A season ago, Perrysburg head coach Matt Kriegel saw for the first time in his 15-year head coaching career 9 season-ending injuries. 9. Now with those injured players returning and those who had to step up to fill the void also coming back, these Yellow Jackets are full speed ahead with their experience and their size going into the 2019 season.
It was tough to go through. One of them was a senior who, in our second scrimmage, we lost him for the year. I guess the bright side of that, 8 of the 9 were underclassmen, and all those guys get another chance now.
I mean, I've kept up with Perrysburg football, especially football, and I mean, they would have had a totally different season if that wasn't the case last year. And I think just with the weight training and even out here today, it's a lot different, and they're keeping us more fresh, keeping us to prevent injuries.
Austin Collins moved after his freshman year with Perrysburg. Now he's back as a future D1 Louisville Cardinal lineman.
We've got Austin Collins, who was an all-state player in Kentucky, who moved back. He was a Perrysburg kid. His dad's job moved, and he moved back.
I'm stoked, honestly, because these are all my friends. This is my family, and I couldn't be more happy.
Senior QB Drew Sims was one of the 9 to fall ill to the injury bug in week 2, an ACL tear, but he's back and ready for his last season.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I mean, mine was a fluke injury. There's a couple other fluke ones, but just jumping up and chest bumping someone and coming back down and tearing your ACL it's just weird. I don't know how to explain it. It was a lot of rehab, 7 months worth, but then, I put my faith in the doctors, and they know what they're doing. That's what they went to school for. So now I'm back 100%. Got to wear this brace, but it's not too bad.
He will end up being a 4-year starter for us this year, as long as he secures the starting job. And then we've got Christian Galjan, who was the backup last year, who was out for the season. Both of them are really good quarterbacks. Both have some experience.
Experience, not something Perrysburg is lacking this time around.
It's early. Everybody's got to mesh together and become a team. But as far as experience and guys who have been there before, we've got a lot of guys coming back.
Our senior class, it's not the biggest senior class, but there's a lot of experience. Me and Sims were a couple of the only 2 freshmen that were on the sideline freshman year, and he was playing too, so I think he's going to make a big impact, and I'm going to try to step into a leadership role as well.
As soon as you walk into a Perrysburg practice, one thing sticks out: the size of the players who will be suiting up.
Yeah, we're pretty big. Connor's 6'6", Austin's 6'4", Wesky's stepping up. He'll start the first year, and he's a big boy. And we got Cade's younger brother, we got Cade. Cade started since he was a freshman. He's going to be a junior. He lifts a lot of weight. And so everybody said our line was going to be our weakness this year, coming off last year with all the skill players, and we lost a bunch of line. But as Coach Krieger keeps saying, it's going to be one of our strengths this year, and I think he's right.
The Yellow Jackets are confident this year, but they aren't forgetting where they've been the last 2 seasons.
Well, obviously your goal every year is to win the league. But, when you're coming off 2, 4, and 6 seasons, you got to take it game by game and just win after win after win when you're kind of rebuilding. And at the end of the season, you got to see what you have at the end of the year.
After over 3 decades in the sport, Kriegel managed to learn something new with last season's adversity and is implementing that lesson in 2019.
You learn from last year, there's some things that are out of your control that you've just got to play through and get better from. But attitude handles a lot of things, and the way you handle those ups and downs of the season is going to determine where your team goes. And so we're really going to work on this team's attitude and enthusiasm and see where it takes us.
In Perrysburg, Danny Rogers, BCSN.